Hey everybody, my name is Flurberger and welcome back to an episode of Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Where in the last episode, we defeated the imprisoned once again. With the help of crews who built this amazing contraption. It's basically a catapult on wheels, but it was very effective. Especially with a giant palm flower. But now, it is time to activate the Gate of Time. I was about to say the Time of Gates. That does not make sense.
It seems you were successful in imprisoning the monster again. You have my thanks, Link. As do you, Cruz. I do not wish to tell on what may have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Well, you give me too much credit, Granny. You were the one who got me to stop feeling sorry for myself and put my energy into doing what I could do to help.
I did what was necessary to get you to realize your full potential. Link, you must wonder just what it is you've been fighting out there in the Great Pit. There's much I could tell you, but suffice to say, it is the root of the evil we face. When you pass through the Gate of Time, you shall learn more. We may seal it and reseal it into its prison 1,000 times, but it will always shatter the bonds that confine it. Such is its awesome power. We must destroy it at its source or suffer the fate again and again.
Describing it as an awesome power doesn't feel right, you know, like, it sounds too positive.
Yeah, its power is so amazing, it's great, it's radical, like...
Just like, awful would be better?
There is no time to lose. Hit the gate with a Skyward strike.
Come on already. Charge that sword of yours with that sacred force stuff Granny was talking about, and zap the Gate of Time. Right on, Granny.
Indeed. Fucking dumbass. Now, Link. Go to the gate.
Actually, I want to check up on him first. I mean, it's a Gate of Time, right? It time travels. We have all the time in the world. No. We cannot check up on him. Alright. He's still supposed to give us something, but he's not doing it. Well, I don't feel like it. Well, this time let's finish our Skyward Strike. Come on, Link.
Do not fear it. This is what we have waited for. At long last, the gate has been reactivated. Standing before you is a path that transcends the flow of time. It is a portal to the past, to the very place where Zelda now awaits. Go bravely, Link. If everything is as I suspect, the reunion with Zelda you fought so hard for lies beyond this gate.
Nah, don't worry about me. I'm gonna hang back here, Link. That stupid monster doesn't know when to quit, and Granny here keeps yapping on and on about how we never know when it might be free again. Someone's gotta stick around and guard the place. Might as well be me. Besides, if I'm not here, who's gonna look out for the old girl? And you know what? Ah, forget about it. When you see Zelda, tell her I said, "What's up?" Oh, hello, Impa. At last. I've been expecting you, Link. You are doubtless overwhelmed, but I will explain things as simple as I can. This is the Temple of Hylia, though it will come to be known as the Sealed Temple sometime in the future. You stand in the past, ages before your own time. Here, the goddess Hylia has only just sealed away demise. And little time has passed since the goddess sent the outcropping of rock into the sky that would one day become Skyloft. It is true to its name. You have passed through the gate of time to an era in the distant past. You will have many questions, but for now, you must proceed back through the great doors behind you. It is there that the person you risk life and blood to defend waits for you. What a timing that the light just shines down. I guess it must be the goddess. Honestly, anything weird you can just push to the goddess, like, oh, how did this happen? Ah, the goddess. How did that happen? Ah, the goddess. How did this happen? Natural disaster. Oh, really? Nah, the goddess.
You've come so far, Link. I'm glad you made it. Look at my smile. I imagine Imba filled you in on everything. We've traveled very far from home, to the distant past. Did she also mention we kissed? Wait, no, she didn't mention. Oh, well, never mind, forget the part. In this era, the wounds inflicted on the land during the battle between the goddess and the demon king, known as the Mice, have not yet healed. All the fairy tales about the war we heard growing up in Skyloft, incredible as it may seem, they appear to be all too real. So much blood. I think it's time you learned the whole story. Let me try to explain. The old gods created a supreme power that gave anyone who possessed it the ability to shape reality and fulfill any desire. They called it the Triforce. In his thirst to make the world his own, the mice readied massive army of monsters for war. He sought to take Triforce for himself by force. I keep forgetting to say the T's and the A's. The goddess feared for her people. They used the power to send both them and the Triforce into the sky on a slice of earth she cut away from the land. This floating rock became the new home for people. In time, it came to be known as Skyward. After a long and fierce battle, the goddess Haya succeeded in sealing away the mice. However, soon after the Demon King was imprisoned, it became clear that the Zero would not hold long against the fearsome power. Haya had suffered grave injuries in a battle with the Demon King. She knew that if he had been free again, there would be no stopping him. And if the Demon King willed to free himself, it will mean the end of the world for all beings of this land. In order to put an end to the Demon King, I had to find 2 separate plans and set them both into motion. First, she created fire. She made the spirit that resides in your sword to serve a single purpose: to assist her chosen hero on this mission. Her second plan was to abandon her divine form and transfer her soul to the body of a mortal. She made a sacrifice, as you have likely guessed, so that the supreme power created by the old gods could one day be used. For when the supreme power of the Triforce was created by gods, all of its power can never be wielded by one. Knowing this power was her last and only hope, the goddess gave up her divine powers and her immortal form. You've probably figured it out by now, haven't you, Link? You're the goddess! You're the chosen hero, and I, Zelda. I am the goddess reborn as a mortal! Fear my wrath!
I've never heard so much bullshit in my life before.
The day of the ceremony, Girahim's tornado tossed me out of the sky and down to the world below. I was nearly captured by the demonic forces, but I was rescued at the last moment by the old woman who lives in the Shield Crowns. I had no memory at all of my existence as Hylia, but she explained it to me. She helped me to remember who I was and what I had to do. I set out to pray at the goddess statues located in each temple across the land. Each statue stirred up memories within me. After I visited them all, Impa, a nation of the goddess, led me here to the past. All of this is part of the same great effort to prevent the revival of Demise. Stripped of his true physical form by a seal that binds him, he takes the shape of an abomination. But even in his hideous state, he is more than capable of devouring his land if we allow him to do what he desires. We must stop him from freeing himself from the shield that imprisoned him at any cost.
Link is just with like the death stare of like, God, what were we talking about again? I hope she didn't ask a question. Is it my turn to talk? Oh, thank God I played mute this entire time.
That is why I intend to remain here in this time and place, to sustain the shield as best as I can. As long as I continue this vigil, we may be able to prevent the Demon King from fully reviving himself in our time.
Did you ask a question or? Oh.
I must maintain the shield that I created so long ago, and keep it strong for as long as I am able. With the memories of my former life returning to me, I can see now that this is my purpose. Link, the goddess created fire, and the great blade she is part of for a very specific reason. For the task of standing against the mice and the monstrous form he now assumes rests solely on your shoulders. Back in your own time, you've already driven him back into his prison twice now. I can't thank you enough for that, Link. During your long journey, you've grown so much. You learned wisdom from solving the devious puzzles and traps. You gained power by honing and tempering both yourself and your sword. And by overcoming the trials before your goddess, you found the true courage.
Why is that the part that just went very quickly? Like she was going so slow on the wisdom and the power. And then the girl's like,
Now that this qualities reside in you, you're worth wielding the power the old goddess left behind for a kind. You can claim the Triforce. valiant hero. You've endured many hardships and journeyed far in your quest to reach this place. Along your travels, you have found wisdom, power, and courage. And for this, I bless your sword with the goddess's power. May it give you and your sword the strength to drive back the abomination that threatens this land. The mark you see upon the back of your hand is proof that you are the hero of legend, and that within you dwells sacred power. It is the mark of the Triforce. Stand now, Link. Draw your sword.
The goddess has blessed your blade and the master sword has at last achieved its ultimate form. Big cool wings. Pretty cool actually. The sword is now imbued with the mythical power to drive back demons, and only Link may wield it.
Link, before I say another word, I feel like I owe you an apology. You see, the mark of the Triforce on your hand is a symbol of the greatest power in this world. If you can obtain the actual Triforce, we will have the power to vanquish the mice once and for all. The problem is, among the countless souls in this world, only a select few, those with an unbreakable spirit, can wield its might. It's impossible to know the true person, why the old gods created the Triforce, but I have a theory of my own. The gods created the Triforce, yet they specifically designed it so that their own kind could never use its power. Somehow, I think it may have been their way of giving hope to all the mortal beings of the land. Which brings me back to you. To face the mines and bring hope back to the land. The goddess Hylia needed someone with an unbreakable spirit that is you, Link. You are unbreakable! But spirit alone wasn't enough. You had to overcome many trials and awaken the hero within yourself so that you could wield the superpower. And so Hylia, I knew that if it meant saving Zelda, you would throw yourself head first into any danger, without even a moment's doubt. I used you!
Sounds kinda toxic, honestly.
Link, I can't begin to tell you how sorry I am for putting you into all of this. But you have to understand, this is a war, and the fate of the land hangs in the balance. I need your strength to tip the scales in your favor. All that may well intentioned and true, but it doesn't mean it's right, and it doesn't excuse my actions. But I'm prepared to pay the price for what I've done. To ensure that the seal holds, I will remain here in this time, deep in sleep for thousands of years. Link, I can't say it enough. I'm so sorry for the way
Oh,
I'm so sorry for the way I had to involve you in this. But until my memory of things before you or lifetime returned to me, I had no idea we were fated to carry such a heavy destiny. Before all this, I was happy to just spending my days hanging around with you in Skyward. I wanted that feeling to last forever. Goodbye. While it's true that I am highly reborn, I'm still my father's daughter and your friend. I'm still your Zelda. When the mouse is finally gone, there will be no more need for the shield that binds you. But then I'll be able to wake up. I'm going to ask you a favor, sleepyhead. Ever since we were kids, I'll always be the one to wake you up when you slept in. But this time, when all of this is over, will you come to wake me up?
sure. Oh, by the way, who said what's up? Alright. Can we actually walk outside here, or is that not possible? No? Ah, shame. I kinda want to know how it looked in the past. How it looked in the past, but I guess if we can't do that, then that's fine. Alright, let's talk to you for a moment. I see you said goodbye. Now you must keep the promise you made to her. You must find the Triforce. Return to your time. There is work to be done there. Not fear for Zelda. I will watch over here. Go now and fulfill your destiny. Well, let's head on back in. And I must say, I don't know what to think about this animation. It looks so bad. I would have rather if it like carried Link and then he flew in there. Now it just looks so lazy and weird. I don't know.
Oh, you've returned. Then you know everything. On the other side of that gate, Zelda waits suspended in a sleep without end. But do not despair, for she is still alive and well.
Yeah, sure, she's been sleeping for thousands of years. Like, when we enter, she's just a skeleton.
Well, skeletons are alive in this world, so I guess it still makes sense. True to the legend, the Triforce is the one thing with the power to vanquish the mice. It is thought to have been hidden within Skyward by the Kalis. Sadly, that is all we know of where it rests. All other clues to its whereabouts have been lost to the ages. Link, you have likely come to the same conclusion, but I will spell it out just the same. The key to find the Triforce must be in Skyloft. Go now, Link. Find the Triforce.
Whoa there, hold up. Link, there's something I gotta tell you. Hello Zelda, how's she holding up? Was she okay when you saw her?
Ah, she's great, she's grand.
She was? Ah, good to hear. But she's still stuck there till its home has blows over, huh? Link, I've made up my mind. I'm not going back. I'm staying right here with Granny. No, don't look so bummed out. Do I look sad? Nah, I'm doing what I want to do. I don't know how to explain it. I got the feeling in my belly that there's work to do here. Someone gotta watch that big ugly monster. Someone's gotta make sure Granny's doing alright. It ain't as action-packed as what you're doing, but maybe this is my destiny. Know what I mean? Besides, it's not so bad here. Living up in the sky was okay, I guess. But don't you just love the way it smells down here? But that's not weird to say. Check it out. Zelda and Granny have brought life back to the land here. I bet even the weakest sapling could grow into the one piece of a tree and show like this. It will brighten this place up a little too. I mean, sure, it takes a few years for it to grow, but as far as I'm concerned, I got nothing but time. It's weird to say it loud, but that's just how I feel right now. So yeah, you know, when you get back to Skyloft, do me a favor and let people know I'm doing okay down here. Colin and Stretch might get a little emotional since they look up to me, but you tell them I'm happy, okay? Thanks, Link. Well, you made a complete character arc. Very nice to see. Just gonna rest here. I had to leave the old girl all to herself here. But don't you dare go telling Colin and Stretch that I'm down here taking care of some old lady. And with that, I am going to end this episode. In the next, I'm actually going to check on that Charon again. And also go back to the sky. Goodbye.